Alright folks, the Saturn is going back together. I still have the rear valve cover and the rear spark plugs to do, but you really got to kind of hang these things. Unless you want to take the fuel line loose, that's probably about the only thing. That and a plug on the other end, but it'll suspend itself up there with my redneck hanging device. That's what you want to call it. But yeah, every single one of these spark plug holes were filled right to the top with oil. I mean, every one of them. There wasn't one that wasn't. And this engine would sit there and run fairly smooth. I mean, there wasn't no missing to it. You accelerate down the street, it ran strong. You know, these coils. I don't like being so close to Eric's car here. But yeah, these coils were completely submerged all the way to their tops. The rubber boots, look, here's all the oil just from 2 rubber boots I threw in this little container right here. And you know, I just threw them in there a few minutes ago, so that's just the oil with drained out of the rubber boots. Nasty. And it's a job. I mean, people don't realize all the cleaning that is involved in doing stuff like this. These valve covers are nasty. You know, the only thing I'm not cleaning is the pull in them, which, you know, I could clean it, but it's fine, just clean the surface. Anyway, basically this Saturn was brought to the auction and sold, and that's the reason why, because it's so costly to do a repair on it. I mean, valve covers, spark plugs, thermostat housing, which the thermostat is made right to the housing. Let me see if I have the old one laying right here. Probably don't. I don't. Here it is. The thermostat is not really made to the housing, but yeah, I guess it's part of the housing. And this one was letting the engine run a little too cool, which was causing a code. You can see how they kind of press up underneath there, but the only way they'll sell it to you is the whole housing. This is where that tube that goes underneath the head presses in. Your upper radiator hose connects to it, goes behind the cam shafts. There's one bolt. Flashlight again. Sorry for spinning y'all around. But there's one bolt that holds the bracket for the lift to lift the engine out. And it holds your oil dipstick tube, and it holds your tube that runs underneath. I don't know if y'all can see in that little crack there. It runs underneath the 2 cams. And of course I've got the thermostat covered up, and then it goes in here. You have to remove the intake with the lower intake to get that out. But you don't have to remove none of your timing components. It did help to take the box out of the way just for me. But yeah, the holes were horrible. They're just full of oil right to the top. Can't believe them coils could even fire in that oil. I know Fords are, you know, the V8 Fords, the Triton motors are bad for getting a little moisture in there. They'll miss. And that's what we're doing. I got to change the rear valve cover and put the spark plugs in and put it back together. And I'm going to call it a day. It's nice and warm here in Florida. Very, very hot. And I'm already starting to shake with the camera. But yeah, I don't usually put my face in front of the camera, especially sweaty and hot. But I got to clean the throttle body out, which isn't really dirty, but not too bad. And there wasn't no carbon inside. It was burning pretty clean. Even the lower intake, the ports were actually clean, so these things have a good clean management system. But it's a Saturn, so for those of you people that love Saturns, more power to you. But for us mechanics that have to work on them, I don't like them. I really don't. And I'm afraid to even contemplate that this thing hasn't had a timing belt on it. And I can't remember how many miles are on it because I've got the battery disconnected right now. But I know it's probably due for one. Alright, that's where we're at, guys. Thanks for watching the O2 Saturn thermostat housing change. Y'all have a good day.